Hello and welcome to another edition of Tai Chi for Everyday Living. Today, I'm very excited because we have a special guest for you guys. We have Dr. Flora Luyando, who is a licensed acupuncturist and massage therapist. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about acupuncture, health, wellness, and everything else that has to do with so we can improve our daily lives. All right. Dr. Flora, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So it's always a pleasure to have somebody to talk and share, and exchange ideas. The show is Tai Chi for Everyday Living, but it's not about Tai Chi and the form, but it's about things that we can do every day in our daily lives to help improve our health. All right. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Okay. So I am a holistic doctor, acupuncturist, and massage therapist that is also a Chinese herbalist. So I combine all of those therapies in one and pretty much look at the patient as a whole, body, mind, and spirit. And I come from a Western background, so I combine Western and Eastern together.
Okay, so why did you choose acupuncture?
Well, because it comes from my family. We come from a line of many natural beliefs of healing. And when I actually got laid off, I was a flight attendant for many years after being in the Western medicine and got laid off. It was right after 9/11, and I wanted to try it. And then I was like, oh, I've always wanted to get my master's, so why not get acupuncture? And it was great for relaxation and making my mind more clear. And I was like, that's what I'm going to Eastern Medical School.
Yeah, and where did you go to school?
At Pacific College of Oriental Medicine in New York City, and then I got my doctorates in San Diego, the campus of San Diego, Pacific College of Oriental Medicine.
Okay, so in terms of layman term, how can acupuncture help people?
Well, it helps in many different ways.
Right.
So it actually, it's like your body is a map, and the needles, which are painless, I repeat, they're painless. Many people think, oh my God, needles. It's different from phlebotomy where you collect blood. It's very hairless, paper-thin needles, and it goes superficial into your skin, and it releases stresses or negative hormones and aligns your body in tune. It's been around for over 2,000 years.
Okay, so what I'm wondering, as a martial art, we study the meridian, the different path in which energy flow. So how does acupuncture help with that?
But that's the same thing, meridians and channels. We have blockages, for example, if the way I like to explain it, especially for New Yorkers, you have major hubs, right? So you have 96th Street, 42nd Street, 34th Street, and then in between that you have local stops.
Right.
And if the major stop, like let's say 96th Street, is blocked, then the energy is not flowing. The chi is not flowing like the Tai Chi. It opens ligaments, it allows the negative stresses to be released, and it aligns the positive energy to relax your mind, body, and spirit.
Okay, so what are some of the elements that acupuncture can help with?
It's really good for hypertension. I have patients that no longer use their medicine anymore, their Western medication, or has reduced their dosage. It helps in anxiety, depression, from infertility to migraines. People think automatically it's for pain. Oh, I have a back pain, I have shoulder pain. I have many people that come in for migraines or the simple cold. For scars, I do facial rejuvenation where it helps with minor scars or acne issues. Really? The list goes on and on.
Right.
To help breech a baby, if the baby is breech, it helps turn the baby around. Yeah, so
really?
For many different things, many people do not know.
As like I said, in Tai Chi, sometimes it's hard to get people to understand, that the thing that they can do themselves, to help them, So the thing is, how do basically you go about to educate people?
Okay, so the first thing I do is I always say, just come and see. You know what I mean? Like most of the time I have lectures and I have people just see, or I bring the needles and I show them. And the best way is to say, hey, just try it. And they, for some reason, just come in and just try it because they notice that the needles are different. Once you educate to tell them that the needles are totally different, because usually the fear is needles or it's painful. And once they see the needles, they're like, oh, this is nothing. And so it may be like a slight pinch.
Okay. So let's talk about now the different treatment that you have done. and how, I'm not going to say how effective, but how does your client react after the treatment? And do you see a difference? Can you see a difference right away? Or
Well, it speaks for itself. When you go onto my website or when you see my testimonials, you'll see that many patients are like, oh, I came in for the first time and I'm able to release emotions. Because sometimes what happens is acupuncture releases the emotions. Sometimes we don't know that the injury was there before the emotion, or that the emotion bring in injuries to your body. So it allows them to release their energies, to release the grief, to have range of motion, for more clarity. So they leave feeling good, or get some rest, sleep. And you know, I have to add that sometimes they may not feel a difference in the first day, but they have to come back depending how in depth is the issue. If they have chronic issues, they need to come at least a month consistently to feel a difference, a major difference.
Oh, okay. So why, I'm saying, why are you here on vacation, or are you just passing by, or what's the purpose?
Well,
of you
I have
being
been blessed and thankful for one of my colleagues. Her name is Cheryl Wesley, and she has been coming to Martha's Vineyard for many years, and she's here for Legacy Week, and she's the founder of Legacy Week, and she told me she was looking for someone to do sunrise and sunset meditation on the beach at Inkwell, and she asked me, and I decided to do it. I've been doing it for 3 years, and it's been amazing. I met so many people every year, and it's about just improving everyday life and the way you breathe and the way you even think about awareness to your own body.
Right. Well, if you guys haven't tried a sunrise meditation, you should check it out, because this morning I had the pleasure of being part of the group for sunrise meditation. That's why we are in these outfits. So
we met last year, which was great.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful experience with the beach, the waves, the seagulls, you know, other things happening around, and just being able to center yourself, you know, with all that going around, and being able to really take in, you know, all that's around you, the sound of the seagull, the sound of the wave, you know, the cars passing by, the people talking, and just sit there in that peaceful environment without not being moved. It's a beautiful, it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, so I'm there from July 25th all the way to the 29th. Usually I stay for a week, and I'm in front of the beach from 7:15 until like 8:15 in front of the Inkwell.
Okay,
beach.
so 7:15, 8:15, that's
7:15 to 8:15
right,
in the morning.
That's morning meditation.
Yes.
Okay. And during the daytime, what do you do? Do you
I do massage and acupuncture.
Oh,
yes.
really?
So if anyone's interested, they're more than welcome to give me a call.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. And so I went to your website and I was checking it out, and I see you do also a lot of community. You're very involved in your community.
Yes. I think it's very important that it's not about yourself. It's about the entire universe. And I am also doing work in Tanzania, Africa, South Africa, and in Puerto Rico, where my family roots are from. And because of the whole devastation of Puerto Rico with hurricane about 2 years ago, I decided to do many funds, and I have a boat ride coming up on August 17th. And it's about helping the people of Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And like I always say with Tai Chi for everyday living, it's not just about you. You know, the idea is to be able to share what you have, share with other people, because the only way you can elevate yourself if you help other people, right?
Absolutely agree.
For those who are in the field or the path, whatever it is, you know, that's the main goal, is to be able to help ourselves first, of course, you know, and then help our family, friends, our community to elevate. So that's the only way we can you know, get somewhere together.
To me, for me, it's the best book of life. I think that when you show love, compassion within yourself, you're able to give it to the world, and that's the best book of life. And no book can teach you that. And traveling around the world and talking to people can allow you to understand that giving, you will be able to receive. And that's why I'm thankful and grateful to be able to do that and help Puerto Rico out, help Africa out, and it'll come back.
That's awesome. Well, one question I have, you look so young. How long you been doing this?
For over almost 9 years
Really?
now. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of
9
dedication
years.
time.
Yeah.
And you based in New York, or?
In New York City, on 17th and 2nd Avenue, right near 14th Street in Lower Manhattan.
Okay. So now let's get technical. So now we got all this introduction. So let's get technical. Let's talk a little bit about acupuncture, because in my field we also work with energy.
Right. It's very similar.
Yeah, everything's everything. So therefore, we're trying to different modality, but it's a same path. Yeah. So the whole idea is that to give people a sense of they can do it themselves instead of depending on somebody else to do it. The idea is understanding of the energy, the path, because we are not just flesh and bones. Because with energy, we have a sense. We have the blood flowing that creates heat, energy. Emotion create energy, because whatever we think, have a chemical reaction that creates energy. So therefore, whatever we focus on, right, it stays with us. So therefore, whether good or bad, and it creates some kind of some blockage or lack. So in terms of acupuncture, right? So emotional release. How can acupuncture help with that, to help releasing emotion that we or maybe beliefs, things that we hold with us?
Okay. So especially in my office, I've gone the pleasure to help many people open up quickly. That's one of the natural gifts that I thank my family for allowing me to be able to introduce it to the world. Whereas they're laying on the table, there's different channels and different patterns on your body. And so, for example, if they have lung issues, there's certain areas in your body that it's like a map that you place the needles there. If you have heart issues, or if you have liver issues, you place it in those areas, because everybody's human cells are different. You can actually change the genetic patterns of your body, emotional, that it doesn't have to be passed on to generation. Most people don't know that your emotion can be passed on through your mother or your father's genes, or the stress that she was dealing with while she was having you. And then while you release, you have those emotions, but it can be released by the energy patterns of the chi and the blood flow and the patterns of the points that the needle goes to. So if I know that and I'll talk to you, it'll be 30 minutes of consultation, and after that, it will be another 20 minutes on the table with the needles, because that's going to help me figure out what kind of emotion. Pulse taking and diagnostic tools such as looking at the tongue is a map pattern, because back before you had x-rays, you looked at the tongue and it shows different features. So if I have the pulse taking and the tongue and the things that you're telling me, then I know. And then if emotional, immediate tears come out, or even certain patterns of red patches on your back would show something, releasing heat or a certain chill, or immediate tears. So there's so many different things, and of course I'll work with them, and it's a combination of Western and Eastern medicine together. I don't think one is better than the other.
Right.
So I make sure I work with the Western doctors, and we work together.
Right. Okay. And anything else that you use aside acupuncture to help?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate. My business is named after my grandmother, so it's not me. So even though I'm Dr. Flora Luyando, I had the pleasure of coming from traditional lines of my mother and father healers. And so my grandmother was an herbalist and also a healer. She can go in the back of the kitchen, and someone's hurt, she'll have this element, or she had it in the backyard, and hear these herbs and put it together. And I was fortunate to watch her.
Wow.
And so a lot of the products I use, such as candles and therapeutic touches and sprays, are good for like anxiety, relaxing the muscles, migraines, and tissues. So I have it in sprays, and then I also have them in creams or in candles.
What does this spray do?
So it can release the aroma. Aroma is one of the most sensitive senses,
Right.
and so for smell, and so it opens up the patterns and release the nerves, and allows the tension to release, or for whatever it is, migraines. And it has all essential oils and vegan friendly.
Oh, no, that's awesome. So, Tai Chi for everyday life, the different modalities that you have on hand, that way, if you truly set in the path of healing, if you truly set on the path of well-being, there's different modalities that you can use, moving meditation, sitting meditation, walking meditation, because I tell people that some people are walking, going to the park, walking, and they're on their cell phone. I say that really does not accomplish the full goal, because your attention is not there, because when you're on cell phone, you still releasing emotion, especially when you're yelling and screaming at somebody. So therefore, you're walking, you're just working the muscle, but at the same time, you're not working the internal part of the body. Acupuncture helps to just, at least it's a way of stopping you and it's calming you down, because once.
I like to use the word stillness. Allows you to stay in stillness.
Right.
So now you're laying there with needles and you can't move, And then I haven't, especially being in New York City, right? Everybody's like ready, rushing.
Right.
But it gives them that moment, 30, 40 minutes of stillness, especially in the time that we're living in. Everybody's so preoccupied. They're having cell phone constantly in their hand. They're having a computer, a laptop. But, to me, one of the most important things in nourishing your spirit is just staying still, quiet-minded, and allowing your spirit to just get together for even 5 minutes. Because another thing that's nourishing to your spirit is water and oxygen. Those are the two important things that we can nourish our spirit. So you're doing all that with the needle stuck with you, and you're like, oh, okay. And you see a difference.
Really?
I've seen so many changes within 3 weeks. I had a particular patient that I can speak on. Well, of course, not name any names for Privacy Act. This patient of mine was not able to walk. Pretty much this way, came into the office, and she was hit by a car.
Wow.
And so she was young, her self-esteem, everything, work and everything. In a matter of 3 weeks, I started seeing a difference with clarity, eyes, and even her walking straight. And she's been coming to me for almost a year, and you can see a major difference. So it's also about trust and relationships and commitment to yourself. I make sure that my patients are committed to themselves. So when they're not around getting any treatments, I give them tools like such things as candles or sprays or meditation therapies to allow themselves. And I even tell them, hey, when you speak to your Western doctor, go get a chiropractor, physical therapy, combine all these treatments, because it's Tai Chi, Qigong, even dancing. I tell people do hula hoop, any kind of motion combination, salsa dancing, because one treatment is not alone, or one type of modality is not alone. It's a combination of all things.
Right. So once you make a commitment to yourself.
Absolutely.
Right. So therefore, the tools are out there. If you really want to get on the path of healing yourself, the tools are out there. So therefore, but first you have to make the commitment. Right. You have to stop all the outside distraction, and not feeling guilty or being. People have a problem with between being self-centered and selfish. The idea is that it's okay to be selfish, because you're taking care of yourself first, because that's the only way you can take care of everybody else, right? Because if you're not well, you cannot take care of everybody else.
Even when I was a flight attendant, one of the important things is put your mask on first.
I
Because how
always
can you
use
help
that.
anyone get out and escape properly and safely out of the plane if you don't mask yourself first?
Right.
Or even a mother, mask yourself first before you go immediately to your child. Right? So it's about making sure you breathe, take your own oxygen so that you can help others.
Help others, right? Because so you can have the energy and the vitality to be able to go on and able to help other people. That is awesome.
Self-care is important.
Yeah, I always use that.
And not let ego get in the way. When you need help, then that's also ask for help.
Yeah, you always have to ask for it, and like I said, there's a lot of things out there that can help you, especially in the digital age. There's research. You can ask Siri, as Alexa, ask Google, right? So how can I treat this naturally? What can I do, right? So the whole idea is as a whole, and my thing is everything. As we practice Tai Chi, meditation, we practice acupuncture to enhance our lives. All these things are out there for us to use, and we should be educate ourselves more, and try to take charge, basically, of our lives. Because the whole idea, a lot of time, we let other things, food, or the other people,
Influence you, yeah.
influence your emotions, especially emotionally. We can get crippled by all the stimuli there's out there. There's so much stuff out there. There's so much stimulation. If we don't turn inward, right, we can go crazy, and
Stir crazy, yeah.
and get lost.
You can.
All right, so acupuncture,
Massage therapy, which I also do, because what's important with massage, people sometimes don't have the touch, and you need that therapeutic touch. There's so many people now these days, especially in the city life, where they're loners, or they're so caught up of forgetting how just to socialize, because they're so into their phones or texting. It's not the same thing, right? So it's allowing yourself to become one again.
No. Let me ask you a question, because I used to do massage a long time ago, and nowadays people are not used of being touched and afraid of being touched. So people are really afraid of getting massages.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's a part of, we need touch, I mean, it's a proven fact that if a child comes out of their mom's womb and is not being held or hugged, there is an emotional detachment from that child. So it's important. Touch is very important, and we cannot forget that.
Right. So therefore,
it's healing.
And also it's a matter of trust, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people have, there's a lack of trust, so therefore they will not let themselves let go of, I'm not going to say be vulnerable, but the whole idea is being able to be anchored into yourself, right, and to be able to let go and let somebody else do something for you, right? And there's a lot of lack of, that's why people are afraid of being touched, or afraid of going to massages, and stuff like that. What else?
Just to do research. Like, at least do research, and maybe you've had a bad experience with maybe massage or acupuncture.
Yeah.
Well, do your research. I'm in ZocDoc.com. Look at the reviews. If one therapist, acupuncturist is not the right field, try another one. If I always wonder why people quickly take Western medicine, doesn't even look at the ingredients, and keep on taking it, but they won't even take the chance to do something before surgery.
Right.
So educate yourself. I think it's very important.
Well, you know what? It was very enlightening. Thank you very much. Education. Well, and we're not talking about schooling. We're talking about education. And to be able to really, really be selfish.
Self-care.
No, you have to be selfish. Take care of yourself first, right? Before you can take care of, not self-centered, but selfish. And many times, try to do the research and make up your mind if you want to do so. Want to lose weight.
Oh, that's really good for
just get into it, do the research, and do. It's not a lot. It's not going to the gym every day, but it's doing a 5-minute exercise each day.
Stretches is really
Stretches,
good,
stuff like that,
especially
right?
for women over 40. Stretching is very good. And if you guys have any questions, can I give my number and my website?
Please. How can they get in touch with you?
Right. If you have any questions, I'm here at Martha's Vineyard until Sunday, and then throughout the tri-state area in New York City, you can reach me at florahealing.com. That's FLORAHEALING, florahealing.com, or you can reach me at 917-539-0804 for any information on acupuncture, massage, herbs, the Benefit Boat Ride for Puerto Rico on August 17th,
Okay.
or any therapeutic treatments that's needed.
Also, you're doing the meditation every day while you're here?
Yes, the sunrise meditation at the Inkwell Beach from 7:15 to 8:15 in the morning.
Okay, and where are you staying while you're here? Do you still do treatment while you're here
Yes,
also?
I also provide acupuncture and massage therapy. If you're interested in that, you can give me a call as well. 917 again, 539-0804.
Well, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much for being with us again to another edition of Tai Chi for Everyday Living.
Thank you
know.
for having me.
The thing that we can do to help ourselves and our way to improve our way of life. Again, this is Dr. Flora Luyando, from New York City, on the island, offering courses on meditation, instruction and acupuncture, everything like that. So that way you can come out, be part of a sunrise meditation if you're an early bird.
A part of the community too.
Be part of the community because, and that's what it is. It's a communal. Once you start in that path, it becomes. It's not about me. It's about everybody else. So, exactly. And that's only we grow. And thank you very much. And I'll see you next time in another edition of Tai Chi for Everyday Living. Thank you.